Hey guys, back again. Just wanted to do a quick video on the 30-day Pathway to Empowerment program. If you're following along with the ebook, that's awesome. I'm going to take you through step by step, but today we're just going to go on the weight and measurement section. The scale that I like to use is this one right here. It's by Fit Index. They have an app that will sync the weight as well as your measurements to your phone as you put them in to help you record them. A little teaser, I have a journal that will be coming out with this program. We are launching towards the end of the summer here. So look forward to that journal and I will keep you posted on that. But if you have a regular scale, that works totally fine. This Fit Index scale, I'm not selling them. I get zero commission based off of whether you purchase it or not. But the Fit Index scale is about $25 on Amazon. Next, you have a tape measure. That side was centimeters. I like to measure by inches, but you can do however you would like. If you are using the Fit Index scale to track that, there's a circumference version on that, and I will actually take a screenshot and show you what that looks like, just so you know. As well as all the things that the Fit Index scale tracks. It's not just body weight. It'll show your body fat percentage among your BMI, your BMR, metabolic age, visceral fat. And I found that this is about 3% off from the most accurate one that I've seen so far, which is the InBody scan that you can do at most of your gyms. So the two things you need for weight and measurement: a scale and a tape measure. All right, so we've measured the neck. We're going to move on to each limb: our chest, our shoulders, our waist, our abdomen, our hips, our glutes, thighs, calves, and that's it. So shoulder circumference is a little harder to measure when you don't have someone to help you. If that's the case, then the way that I've done it in the past, when I don't have someone to help me, is to measure just what the width of your shoulders are, taking the tape measure as far out to your shoulder as possible on each side, and then kind of imagining like there's, something right here on each end to stop that measurement, and to be able to measure the width on that. Next, you can do your chest. Again, we're going across this part here, oops, right there, and on the back should correlate. And each of these you can go in order, whatever order you want to go in, it doesn't matter. Next is your abdomen. Your abdomen and your waist are going to be very similar for most people, I should say. For me, they're very similar. Abdomen is right where your belly button is. That's where mine's at. And so it's kind of hard to measure that at this very moment because this shirt is very slippery. I recommend doing all your measurements in the nude so that it's easier and more accurate to, some more accurate measurement there. I also recommend doing your weight in the nude as well. If neither of those are an option for you, totally fine. Just make sure you're wearing something that isn't super tight, that's going to give you an inaccurate reading, as well as something super bulky that's going to give an inaccurate reading. So we just did the abdomen. Again, it's right there at your belly button. Waist is just a little bit, for most people, I should say. Everybody's different, and I mean every body is different. Just above that, or where the top of your iliac crest is there. It's kind of for those who have an hourglass figure, it's right about there. So belly button's here. Mine's about a 1/2 inch, maybe an inch above there. And then again, so we're looking like that. Sorry, the shirt doesn't show it super well. And then your hips. So hips are right here on me. If you can't find your hips, again, just find your iliac crest, which is the top part of your hips there. For those of you that don't know what your iliac crest is. Or you can always Google it. The nice thing with the Fit Index scale is it does have lines that show you where to measure as well. And again, if you don't have the Fit Index scale in the app, then you can just Google that as well. But that's what this video is here to show you, is where we're measuring. So we did our abdomen, we did our hips, we did our waist. Now we're going to do glutes. Glutes, you go to the thickest part of your rear end and through your hips, and it should look like that. Try and keep your tape measure like parallel. Moving on to your thighs. You want the thickest part of your thigh, and go there. And again, do each side, because we do have dominant sides. For me, I'm kind of a weirdo in a lot of ways, but when we're talking this way, I write left-handed, I shoot a gun left-handed, I shoot pool left-handed, I do a lot of things left-handed, but when it comes to athleticism and things like that, I am right dominant. So my right side is often more developed muscularly than the left. And that's something that I'm actually working on right now, is being more symmetrical. So the last part that we measure is our calf, and that's just at the midsection of your calf on both sides. I'm usually about a 1/2 inch difference on my left versus my right. And then don't forget your biceps. So it says arm in the 30-day program. It's actually your biceps, so it's the middle part here that you're measuring, because that's where the bulk of your mass is going to be. And it looks just like that. And then for the right side, like such. Okay, so those are your measurements there. The reason that we do this, and I think we just kind of touched on a little bit there, is because we are going to see some differences there. When I first started this program, and this is actually how it came to me, was I did my measurements on my left and my right. I wrote them down and I put them in my Fit Index app, and I was blown away because my left side was just, it had way more mass than my right. And I like science, I'm very scientific about things, and that's kind of another reason why this came about, was the science person in me was like, that doesn't seem right. And the athlete, the personal trainer, every part of me just was like, some things are off. And I felt off. So that added to it. But anyway, so my left side had a lot more mass than my right. And the week after my initial measurement, I measured again. And so I hypothesized that I was retaining water, stress, inflammation, so on and so forth, more in my left than I was in my right, and that there was an emotional connection with it. Throughout my life, I've had tons of stress down my left side of my neck into my left trap. I had met with my PT the week prior to that, and he had said, you know what, through analyzing me and working with me, he's like, you do have way more stress and tension built up in the left side of you, and that's actually what's deactivating your core. And I was like, wow, crazy. So when I go home a week later and figure all this out and do this program, or start this program rather, a week later after my initial measurement, that's when I put my measurements down in my journal, and then I put them back into my FitIndex app, and I look at them, and there were 4 or 5 different areas where I lost almost an inch or over an inch of mass in my body. And that's when I was like, holy cow, okay, the body's trying to tell me something's going on the left side, something's up. And that's why, you know, the journaling comes into play. But more so, the weight, the scale, and the tape measure, that's where these tools come in to be utilized, is to help you understand that there's a correlation between your body, your physical body, your mental body, emotional body, and I want to kind of connect emotional and mental here. And then you have a connection spiritually as well. So that's where these tools come in. They're strictly for data purposes. We're collecting data. And the journal is collecting your emotional, mental data. All right, guys, I really appreciate you watching this section of weight and measurement. Again, it doesn't matter what scale you use. It doesn't matter if you go with the FitIndex. I just have found the FitIndex to give me a little more information about my body that is fairly accurate from what I've seen. The biggest thing in all of this is you're going to continue to use the same scale, the same tape measure, measure the same parts of your body every single time to have as much accuracy as possible. And again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. My goal with not just this channel, but with the program in general, is to be able to help as many people as possible. You know, find a little bit more love for their body, connect their mind with their body, their spirit. Everything is connected. Let's connect them together. Let's get healthy together. And a way to do that is through this program. So please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends and family. Again, the ebook is free for now, and I plan to keep it free for quite a while. So just please share it with as many people as you would like, and hit like, comment if you want. I'm happy to read any of the comments. And if you are looking for a little more inspiration on any of this, please do let me know. You can Instagram, private message me on Instagram or Facebook, or even here on YouTube. So I appreciate, again, everything you guys do, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future.